that whether you're 7 years old or all the way up with Jorge Posada, who was 40. I always check to see how their width is and their base. So, hold the bat in your hands and get in a regular setup. I always look at door knocking knuckles to see how close they are. You could have been a little there, a little more there. It doesn't matter. My guideline is that should be fairly close because that's going to add whip and bat speed. So that's good. All right, get them set up again. I use off the back shoulder and off the back knee. Okay, without my hands going too far this way or locking them too far back there. So this is going to be obviously in there with a little flex. That's perfect. And off the back knee. Okay, every once in a while your hands will get down there a little low. We'll pay attention to that as we go. It might be fine. I've seen guys that can get them down there pretty low and hit really good. So we're going to leave that for a while. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I always tell, this is another guideline. If I asked you to jump, you could just do what right now? Catapult and jump. If you had to go and do that, then we'd have to talk about that. Yeah, get lower. Exactly right. I go direction a lot, okay? Every once in a while you got a couple inches in this way. Even off the tee, as much as you can, I want you to pay attention to stride direction being in line. A tee, it's easy to get a little bit inward. I'll just tell you. So if I see you going along, I'll just say, Kolby, a little square on your stride. It's basically your stride. Just making sure that your stride stays square as opposed to going in just a little bit. All right. Back side. Back foot, back knee, hips, and hands. Arrive at the ball at the same time. Pretty close. I mean, off the tee, you know, to me it looks like it's pretty close. The only thing I'd say too is I'm a big finish and hold your pose guy. Huge. And Joe knows this. I want everybody to hold their pose. You were doing it, but it was more like this as opposed to that. So you were probably like this on contact and then finished a little. I want you to hold it more like that. So it really makes you stay on this backside and keep this part firm against that. Okay? So far so good. As we go along, you know, there'll probably be some other things I'm going to talk to you about. If we want more bat speed or for the right way to pull the ball or exactly where we want to work off the tee, do the first thing you did for me again. How you went to contact. Okay. And as I do that, see how your front leg is? Yes, especially, so you would have to scoot up. Okay, my guideline off the tee with our guys is just off our front hip, over the barrel. So now, as I go to contact now, I have to firm up, and I have to be, if I went like this, I'd be there, okay? So right there you just showed yourself, okay, I did this. In order to keep this kind of in here like we want, you did this. So I want it to be more like that, okay? Go to contact. More. There, yes. I want you to really feel that, because all this that you're creating here, it's got to be caught by something. Yes, almost every hitter. Now, I don't want you to lock it out too soon. I don't want you to go before you're even there. It's more that flexion's here. As I start to go, and then right on contact. Yes. Okay, so I want you to feel a little bit more of that. All right, that's it. Let's take a couple more. Yeah, good. Do that 2 more times. Yep, good. 1 more. What feels different when you do that?
Earn more in my back.
Yes. So you're not taking this power and transferring it and killing your power and doing that. Okay? You're actually taking all this power source that you have, my backside, my hips, and it's catching that, which is going to do what? Slingshot the ball. And it's going to enable it to take off a little bit better. Yep, okay. Go ahead and take some swings. Pretty good carry. Just a little bit more. Exactly. All right. It's going to take just a hair just to get the feel of it, but you'll get it. isn't necessarily back, but just right. That's going to enable you to do is throw your hips a little bit more and tuck your hand, as opposed to from just a couple inches. It's going to be harder for me to get there. All right, go ahead. There. That's more of the ball flight. You can go up as high as you want until I start seeing you really lose your back. You can pull it as much as you want. Okay? Just kind of figure it. You're going to figure out exactly the slide of my hands, my barrel, everything on the full side. Go ahead and swing, don't go to your contact. I want to see what happens. Exactly. When you firm this up and you do this, you can do a lot here. If I start to go that way, no way you can do it. Exactly. I'm showing you something that's a ball and a half in, but I think you should be able to get to this pitch. If your mechanics are right now in a game when it's sinking in there or he's cutting in there, that's a little different, but just saying a straight ball right in there, you should be able to get to it fairly easy. Get this down the line though. Yes. And the reason I say get it down the line is so you have to clear your hip. And Granderson was kind of the same thing where once those things got out there, he had to make sure his move was sweeping and a kind of a cross. And I think that's why sometimes you get this on your ball so much. Let's see if you can't start them a little tighter. Get set up. Just a little bit tighter. Or see this, like that move compared to that move. And maybe start, where were your hands before in the first place? So they were that high and you were still kind of out. Okay, so keep them down there, but I want this to be as straight as possible. Okay, without this front shoulder going in there. Okay, as much as possible. Yes, yes. And your hand move is still going to be probably a little bit, boom, just like that. Let's see if that. Sometimes you bring it back, sometimes you wouldn't. Now they're just staying consistently. Get set up. They're staying consistently in this area, as opposed to where they were here. Sometimes they would get back there. Sometimes they would stay out there. Now it's consistently in that slot.
Saw that on video.
I mean, as much as possible. Fat brown guy over here, and you can hit that.
I've seen that swing before.
Actually scoot up a little bit more than
That was the swing I saw when I first got you. Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, right there. Stay right there.
I trust you now.
No.
Don't swing it right at me. Oh. I like how he got his hands in there, though.
Yeah, he did. There we go.
Instead of him coming through the pitcher.
Yes. I like ball flight.
side.
Yep, I did. Yep.